not too late to go still pick up that Earth Spirit if they want to put, like, say, Bat or Prophet into the offlane.
Yeah, I can see that. Other than that, they did run Sand King before as well. Some sort of AoE control certainly would come in handy for the Phantom Lancer.
I mean, it's not too late for them to try to build into something which lanes against the Kunkka, unless Navi still intends to try and run that Kunkka off lane. Not sure if, that's very wise. It does okay against Jug. It's that one hero where I don't think you can actually max out X Mark in the lane. But Underlord pick from Empire, so this is them saying, okay, we're just going to out tank you, whatever damage you can throw at us.
Yeah. Does give you a bit of AoE to help determine who the real Phantom Lancer is, so I kind of like it in that, in that sense.
Or are they going to do like a Sumail, where they put the Underlord mid?
Ooh, I don't think they do that, but that would be interesting indeed.
I believe, Dragon. I believe this is the game where cheese has to come. I mean, first time picks coming out from both sides, right?
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah, Empire hasn't picked Underlord in this qualifier as well, so a bit of first for each, and it almost feels like both teams they're like, okay, you know what? Screw the strats. We're just going straight for it. Let's see what we can pull out. Like Viper ban.
Do
Reasonable
you
enough.
just pick up the OD now for Team Empire as kind of a reasonably safe pick for the mid lane now?
OD. Yeah, I think it's okay. You need that one very strong, nuke kind of hero, damage some intel. So OD is okay. They could still also pick up that Quap, maybe even the Lina, which they usually like to run. Lina is extremely good here.
I like seeing Lina. They actually ran it as well against All But Gold in Game 1. The first best of 3 series. So I don't see it as
Yeah.
often as would maybe like to, but it's certainly still also an option on the table.
Unless, of course, they want to pick something like an Ember Spirit if they're really worried about the PL who gets too fat. Just something in general which could deal with the PL. Puck is also not too shabby.
Oh yeah, kind of like the Puck more because Ember Spirit kind of gets wrecked by Kunkka in mid, so NaVi can just pick up another offlaner. Have the Kunkka in a favorable matchup.
Actually, one thing, this is an unpopular opinion, but it's actually something which I realized very new, which is Miracle actually plays Storm as a counter to Kunkka because of all the recent buffs to like the Static Remnant and of course with the mana cost. But like you said, they do go back into the OD pick.
Well, that's my one correct prediction for the day. Thank you very much. My job is done.
Clappa, clappa, clappa. Alright, so last pick. What's NaVi gonna go for here? NaVi. I think TA. They might decide to go back into the TA. Unless, of course, it is really the Kunkka mid, and then that's where I say, screw it. Give me the Brood Mother, please. Just give me the Brood Mother.
Monkey King.
Monkey into OD is kind of suicidal.
I know.
Or Monkey into Juggernaut. Wait, do you like Monkey?
Nah.
I miss the old Monkey. No. I would love to see the cheese here where you put like Kunkka into the offlane and you just put Nyx mid. Have you seen level 25 Nyx?
Oh god, yeah. That is something else for sure. But they go a bit more standard here. Queen of Pain, not the biggest fan of that hero because the ultimate tends to scale terribly. But it's if you stay ahead of the curve, which again that's kind of what the lineup wants to do. I mean, as soon as Kunkka gets level 6, level 7, you start to rotate around. Queen of Pain, similar idea. And then you just keep running at people. Phantom Lancer needs a few items, but once he has those, he can also join in. And you start running down tower after tower. Keep Empire on the back foot. I'm not sure if they'll be too successful with that.
Good thing about the Quap scaling after the laning phase is that you always have Sonic Wave to deal with Jug even when he's spinning away. People always worried about that, and it may, it forces him to go into a somewhat early Manta style. Just because, if Queen of Pain decides to say rush an Orchid, or in that case, maybe Magical might decide to actually go for that magic build where you go into the Eggs. something which very few co-ops, did in the previous patch, but now more so. Right, but co-op OD, it's an annoying matchup, but not something that Magical can't do. If anything, Kodos is just gonna outfarm him in the lane, and then Magical needs to rely very heavily on these rotations at the side lanes to try and open up the map a bit more.
Yeah, that generally tends to happen with the OD. You just walk up, you W, you imprison them, and then you just get free CS, free denies as well. Especially important considering that if you focus that around the range creeps, you can actually deny quite a lot from your opponent just because range creeps are so important in this day and age. They get to be like worth 20 gold more or something like that compared to melee creeps. And then what the opponent, or what the other mid laner normally tends to do is just go into the jungle. Magical can sort of do that, but Queen of Pain is very mana hungry if we want to try to spend the Scream of Pain to farm jungle camps.
And co-op is also supposed to be a lane winner. You pick this hero to win the lane and try to snowball. So
yeah.
Magical, in last game, he was given a very farm-intensive hero, and now you give him like a space-creating hero like the co-op.
Yeah.
We should have to see. Is he gonna go for something super greedy? They have to rely on the co-op and the Kunkka this time, so they are adjusting their game plans, putting more of the late game responsibility on this PL.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling for the drafts? Are you favoring a team?
I kind of want to favor Team Empire a little bit more. Just again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Queen of Pain. I think they have enough solutions for the Phantom Lancer. Especially with the OD hammer, like this can just straight up end team fight immediately.
I want to see a game 3. I'm definitely excited for the game 3. So I'm just gonna go for NaVi with this one, especially since Crystallize is playing the PL. It is their first pick, so let's see if they can get some success out of it.
That's nice.
Don't forget PL did get slightly buffed in terms of the Phantom Rush, extra agility, and it's quite significant. It starts to add up.
Yeah. From 6 to 9, and then from 9 to 11 at level 1 even. So. Is quite a bit extra indeed. It looks like he's King R hanging around on bottom for the time being. You're gonna be up against his Underlord, which can be slightly annoying.
The battle begins.
Looks like 2 for 2 rune exchange, nothing too fancy happening in there. So I saw you, of course,
King R just spamming up the Nature's Call. I start to realize that there are different styles of play regarding these Nature's Prophets. Like, when we look at the Dream League, where I forgot which team it was that played Nature's Prophet, actually went for the level 1 teleport just so you could have that global presence for harassment and stuff. It's very interesting because this is after King R is playing the very classic Nature's Prophet. You don't see it as first pick material unless you're really confident in micro and all.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna be a tri-lane.
For now, yeah. King R. This is really having the treants available is really useful though against these supports who don't necessarily have a good way of dealing with them right now. You can click them, but even with some high damage hero like Chu, it's gonna take a few clicks to eat through one of these treants. It's not really worth spending your time on it. It's also blocking up both of these camps with the treants, so it's not gonna be any pulls. Man also using his extra damage from the level 1 Atrophy Aura to just chunk away at you. And I think his lane favors Empire.
Prophet's actually going to be pulling the entire creep wave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the treants have enough time. So this is going to mess around the creep equilibrium. And if NaVi don't get kills, if they can't control this lane properly, they're splitting that EXP between 3 heroes. So you see Soneko, he's actually going to move away from the creep wave EXP.
Dire's courier has been killed.
What?
Oh dear.
What?
Wait, sir? Magical. He actually blinked forward to get that courier kill.
Oh no. I was very confused. I'm also very confused about this first blood. I didn't catch it either.
I thought I saw that in the forecast.
Sadly, the treants don't get the micro and crystallize. He's actually going to be able to tank up the creeps a bit. He still has enough tango so that the creep wave is right under the tower. So situation salvaged for now. And NaVi get first blood. So plus the courier kill.
So never mind, I was wrong. This lane is NaVi favored now, so also opens up Chu perhaps to deny himself to the tower. Okay. Classic stuff. What? How does it leave us in the top lane though? It looks like Dream is certainly happy about the way this game's going. 15-8 to the 1-0 of Blizzy. This Kunka's not having a fun time, CS-wise at least.
I mean, at the moment, he is the only one who's having like the best lane. PL and Quap are kind of just narrowly ahead. Quap is gonna have like a very nice range creep advantage, but the bot lane, man, this is something which they may have to consider rotating a support over. But Sire, yeah, he's just trying to maintain that creep equilibrium for now. But still, he's the only one who can actually come back. The Prophet is not able to do so. Maybe try for a potential gank if you can bait the blink out from the Quap.
Blizzy trying to secure a few of these extra creeps. Napalm is starting to stack up. Sire is level 2, but can't really dive to tower to really threaten Blizzy. But he can keep him from last hitting range creeps, which is always nice.
Oh,
Glimpse back in bottom, and man, in a lot of trouble right now actually with the shackles. Should be an extra kill, and there it is, Crystallize, claiming that for himself.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ow. How do you play into this? It's so hard. But Empire, there's not much you can really do in this lane. With the support duo, it just makes things hard. But Sire, playing around in Blizzy. Blizzy does have a stick, but then again, you know, you start these napalm stacks. He does have a TP.
He's gonna need to use it now.
This is all he's gonna do. He's just gonna cut the way, play around.
Okay.
This is one of the most annoying mechanics in Dota 2, I swear.
I always feel like Sayuv could have almost killed in there with the last one, like 6 stacks of napalm on him. That's maybe not quite enough still. He's doing his best. Like, he's not getting last hits, but he's at least getting a lot of this experience. Or as much as he possibly can. Just making these plays, dragging the wave back, or just soaking it when Dream is farming up the side camp. Down bottom, might see something brewing again. Shu with a wraparound play. Just out of rune time too, so there's a good time to fight, man. Already down to 2/3 of his health. Shu can go for the jackals right now. Crystallize walking in. Nice little defense sprout to try and buy some time, but nah, okay. Kinetic field keeps him in place. Crystallize super freaking low, but not low enough. To bring down Martin. Odie dies in mid at the same time. Crystallize goes back in here. Drops in another onto King R. The glimpse back. Gonna get 2 kills here as well as 2 runes.
Wow.
Up top though, Blizzy. Alright. Oh, magical mate rotation in. Gets himself a double kill.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
And Blizzy survives despite the napalm on him.
I mean, what can I say? And this is a level 3 Shadow Strike on Magical. So you talked about how he was, you know, very mana intensive. It's good in the lane. And you can tell, look at that. You see, Kodos, he's very far behind. He's 14-6 to the 23-15. And now that Magical has the Sonic Wave, he's actually able to rotate around. And Twitch chat, yeah, that's not Dendi.
Yeah.
So
Not quite.
the trolls are everywhere, guys. Look at Martin. You're talking about an underlord. This is supposed to be the hero who is the bane of any melee hero's existence in the lane. But because they have done so well in this trying to shut him down, NaVi are actually showing up.
It's like it's opposite world here. I mean, Underlord is being wrecked. Another Shackle comes in. So make another play here. Snako can keep him with the kinetic field, or flips back, everything. Martin throws out a few spells, but it's not really going to slow down his damage output. Stick charges keep him alive just a little bit longer. Crystallize committing in. With just illusions, Chew. I can just keep chasing with his Chuck. He wants it, and he's gonna get it. And he's even gonna live. Oh, is he King R coming in with Sprout? At least they're gonna get some revenge here. But it is opposite world. I mean, Martin's being shut down. Magical is just straight up winning mid super hard against Kodos. I mean, he got the solo kill with a DD rune earlier before rotating up top to salvage that lane. Keep Blizzy alive, so they're doing work on that.
Yeah, 365 gold for killing a Shadow Shaman of all heroes. And he's basically what, the pause fight? No, he's actually the pause for this game, but still, that's a lot of gold. TP coming in. Bottom lane, Seneko in trouble.
Hello, Sprout keeps him in place. He's just TPing out, but the root will cancel it.
Oh, nice.
Diker dies again? What the? Why? Where?
What?
How? I don't know. I don't even know.
T-Tours, you know, people miss kills, we miss courier kills. So that's
it is
the next
it is
level
slightly more forgivable at least. Slightly more forgivable.
Kodo's trying to find his way back into the game.
Radiant's middle
He's
tower is
so
under
far
attack.
behind. He is literally half the net worth of Magical. And he already used the Sonic Wave top, so did he even get a kill with that? Not sure.
No.
I think it was committed, but they didn't get the kill. Someone TP'd out.
Regeneration.
Well, good Kodos to get the hell out of the mid lane there in that particular situation. Chu was making his way in under cover of smoke. But not gonna find anyone just yet.
I mean, NaVi, you know, they have a decent early game. You know, they have the Shaman bonus.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I mean, yeah, Chu has been all over the place. So he's 2, 2, and 3 on the Shadow Shaman. He's been
Dire's middle tower is under
putting in the
attack.
extra hours at the office, you know. That's been working out so far. I mean, the one thing that's still going Empire's favor, though, is this Juggernaut. If you look at this CS chart, 64 and 22. More than 20 CS more than the next highest hero on the board. And that does also reflect in net worth as what? King R gets tracked down by a couple of heroes. Just tends to happen. So, can this Juggernaut repay all of the space that he's getting? And can he wrestle control back in the next, like, 10 minutes or so?
he's gonna try because he went for the very early, you know, drums, and then at the same time,
Dire are
Underlord,
scanning.
I don't know, man. I just feel like this Jug has too much to do. He has to farm, he has to fight, he has to be the one to actually try and create all that space together with the Underlord. At some point, you're gonna see him 5-manning. Omni Slash, top lane.
Damage is being done, but
Oh
not enough. He just
my
TPs
God.
on our lane. Meanwhile, the bottom Martin was tracked down inside the trees. This Underlord going to be a bit more tanky now, but ultimately still not enough. Kinetic Field keeps him in. Dream made the rotation in with Spin actually keeping right on top of Chu, and it's just enough damage. He said that, get that kill on the other side of the map. Magical also making that counter rotation. No DD rune this time, and not enough Blink Rage to catch up to Dream.
Alright, so look at that. I mean, NaVi, they're just doing a ton of it, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But it just feels bad for Empire. You know, you commit your first Omni Slash, you don't get any kills. I mean, you don't even get any kill. That's just super unfortunate, especially against the Kunkka. That was a really big target. And now that he has to ship up NaVi, they can start to fight together with the Sonic Wave, trying for the rune. Oh, magical.
But Chu
Nice.
wasn't even
Sonic
helping. That was basically a solo kill.
Radiant's middle
Magically,
tower
you just
is under attack.
aggressive Astro was used, or like Astro was used on a creep. Magical blinks in, clicks, casts 2 spells, and then he's dead. Like, that is not a fun position for anyone to be in, let alone an OD.
So I guess this was the plan they had in mind. NaVi, just you basically win the lanes, cause the Nature's Prophet. You know,
Dire's top tower is
he's
under
really
attack.
helpless at this point. He does have a very quick earn, however. So if they can get some of these kills, maybe he can try and help to turn things around. But top lane, you know, they're starting to put the pressure on him. So they bring
Dire's
3
top
heroes
tower
top.
is
They are
under
smoked up.
attack.
No Static Storm yet on the Disruptor.
TP and you
Radiant
do see
structures
Martin come
are
up.
fortified.
Lizzie, at this point he has a boat available, he's going to be super tanky with that. They can actually make a play here, and at least they're forcing out some spells first.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still, it's getting to be kind of hard to push into the Firestorm. It's up to level 3 now.
Oh, they have a Lasso middle lane. Magical might be in a bit of trouble.
Messiah here, Lasso dragging him back. Koros to right click away into the imprisonment. I think he might also need to drop the hammer on this one. And
Oh, nice blink.
oh,
Oh my god! No way, because he had
did he miss it?
left his trench on himself. No, it actually connected just at the tail end. He
Okay.
took a bit of damage, but just because Magico is so far ahead in terms of intelligence, all he lost was mana, and he had no mana,
Radiant's middle tower is
not much
under
to lose
attack.
to begin with. Huge disaster for Empire, and there was 2 ults committed. Blizzy has the goat. He has the boats from the buff.
So has
Oh,
Yomi
he's
slash top of him. Alright, this time Dream finds that kill. They're looking for Mosaneko. Oh no, mind he's just TPing out. Dream didn't have to spin to try and win.
Dire's bottom
No.
tower
No spin,
is
no
under
win.
attack.
That's the way it goes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Look at Magical back to the middle lane, there to push the tier 1. Now TP coming in. Oh no, just baiting it out. But bottom lane, you know, coming Serpent Wards, this is potentially 2 tier 1s here going the way of NaVi as they are playing a very aggressive and quick middle, you know, mid-game kind of lineup.
Well, I was questioning Queen of Pain, but if you manage to dictate this pace, this really fast pace, if you manage to keep it up, this is still a hero that helps you get further ahead in this position.
Top lane.
Okay. Nico. Catch him.
So Nico just won 6.
Not quite there just yet though, but King well, magical rotating in, so it's like, hey, yeah, by the way, you're dead now. And Snake's still alive. Dream decided very early on that this was not a fight and they could win anymore. Even he is starting to fall behind him. Crystallize with all the kills that he's been getting, all the free farm that he's now enjoying with all of this action happening all over the place. He's up to 6k and beyond 6k network.
He's got Diffusal Blade on the way. Casual Ring of Taras just for the extra bit of HP regen. They want to start pushing out to the top, and they have Serpent Wards in 35 seconds. Look at Chu. Chu is halfway to a Blink Dagger, 13 minutes in. He is extremely farm. He's fatter than Madden, which is insane.
Oh. Big tanky slug. This tanky wants to be right now. The tower is low. The glyph comes in. He's doing too much and what?
Oh,
okay, he just dies again. Magical cannot quite commit for the tower last hit though. And says the blink out earlier, so at least they get the deny, but it's more map control going the way of NaVi. He's also trying to make a play on Chu now as he's taking some time to farm down bottom. Lasso committed on the Shadow Shaman that ought to be enough to bring him down, but he's still getting a few spells off. Can't escape the fire. The wall's also not gonna do much more than actually farm up the creeps, but hey. 1-4 trade in this bottom lane.
Suneko with the kinetic field, but the downside about that is you lose the Serpent Wards.
Yeah.
Alright, so without the Serpent Wards, you know, they can't really take a fight or take any objectives for now, but that's fine. The Shaman can just go around trying to get that Blink Dagger. And yeah, like I said, you know, Juggernaut, he sees the Orchid build up on the Queen of Pain. He's forced to go into the early Manta with the drums. Empire, I mean, they have all these deep wards, but without the vision, without the map control, no tower, early tier 1s, it's very hard for them to invade the enemy jungle unless they have, you know, like a smoke. But even then, they don't have the highest kill potential on the nature of their draft. So they're gonna try contest the rune.
Crystallize. Stop looking at King. Oh, they might be able to glimpse him back, and they are indeed. Connect Field has expired. They're a little bit timid about going in as Martin's sitting there, Saru, Dream, everyone on the side of Empire. Just hoping for someone to have extended on the side of NaVi, but this time they're a little bit too smart about that. So don't get any extra runes. Empire got 1, 2, 3. NaVi got 1, I believe. But Chu, yeah, they're giving him so much space. They really want this Blink Dagger on him.
Bot lane, whoa, that tore into the Static Storm.
Pretty good. Dream taken out, man. Oh, they got the glimpse! They got the
Beautiful
glimpse on Underlord just at the edge. This ultimate's gonna take way too long to pop. Oh no.
Fuse bad, gets the TP out, tries for the Dark Rift, and now everything is on cooldown. NaVi with the double send back, you know, these guys. I'm loving the Dota they're playing, man. And Chu, you know, he's already like 50 gold off of the Blink Dagger, and bottom lane, they're gonna enjoy themselves as they start to pressure the tier 2. NaVi, man, they're looking to end this game faster. Like, guys, quick, I want to game 3.
Yeah. High speed, low drag. That's the name of the game right now for this Radiant side squad. Orchid completed, of course. Pain. Yes. SCP's coming in. Dream starting with the spin, trying to go for the target knight. Didn't quite work out. One clips back. It's Kodos out of the fight immediately. Now the silence over on Dream. He's gonna be burst down. Sayuf as well. A lot of spread damage being done with the Firestorm, but they're ready to go with the boat combo onto Martin. 1 by 1. Empire feeding their lives away. Magical could benefit from some heals. They don't really have any available by the looks of it. But hey, they can just axe him and then he TP's back home. That'll do the trick. And they're going high ground. They have wards, they have a catapult, why not?
Easy clap. NaVi take the first lane of racks. at 17 minutes in.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Don't see that every day. Certainly not with just a Shadow Shaman for push. I mean, sometimes with Lashrak or like things like that. It can be very easy, but this is just extremely high-paced Dota that NaVi's putting on.
They can't even take the tier 1 tower, but this is probably, this is the way NaVi's drafts throughout have been meant to be. This is how they were meant to be executed, and this is a clear example of what happens if you actually win the lanes. Like a PL won the lane, Kunkka won the lane, Queen of Pain destroyed that lane, and with all 3 lanes won at 17 minutes, and they have an 8,000 gold lead and 1 lane of racks. And I'm pretty sure soon they're going to be taking the tier 2s into the shrines, or maybe if the next Serpent Wars, they might even transition for Roshan.
Almost makes you wonder why they actually went for the Medusa in the last game. I mean, they already had the Ursa, which is more of an early game hero, so they could have doubled down on that, tried to play the same kind of speed, but it feels like they kind of steered away from that at the last moment in the game 1 draft. Not here though. That's for sure. I mean, Crystallize, he's offensive lance is also a hero that can scale well into the late game, but he's very much fight ready right now. Diffuser Blade level 12, level 13 in fact, just now.
Radiant's bottom
And they're not wasting any
any
time leveraging that. And Dream, I mean, he's stagnated completely. He's got the drums, he's got the Asha, but ever since then he's died a couple of times. He's not been able to find an angle to really do anything on this hero.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they did catch the smoke earlier on, so Empire, they're just playing away from safety. They thought about trying for the bit of rat, bot, going for a bit of push, but Kinga and Martin, they don't even want to risk showing themselves, get a few pot shots in, but that's it. That's all they can do.
There's a little bit of fun perhaps, but the Omni Slash bouncing towards the Grapes is adding insult to injury here, but they kind of want more than need more, but I don't think they can get a Dream. Silenced up again!
Jug?
What the hell was he doing? Out of mana, out of life points, offensive imprisonment, but Kodos glimpsed back in the middle of the Snag Storm. Oh, ahead of the Snag Storm, I have no idea, but Dream kind of low, not low enough. Crystallize brings him down. Magical actually gets blasted, I believe. And at this point, I won't be too opposed to just calling GG for getting him out of this game and just resetting mentally, because this is a beatdown.
I mean, that right there, Dragon, that's just the ultimate tilt. I mean, you're just giving up.
Yeah.
He actually just walked in with no mana. Maybe he was trying to press his wand, couldn't even get it off. And he just gets shut down and stomped into the ground. And they don't want to use that buybacks. That's 2 lanes of racks. But they will try, given they still have the 3rd. But they don't have the best of creep clear. There's no wave pressure. They'll try. But what can you do? There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is my fault, right? I mean, every time I favor a team, they end up losing. So, I do apologize towards Team Empire. But at 10k ahead, 20 minutes in, this is a very significant ratio. Sure, we even almost got that Blink Hex off.
Alright, so what are the odds? Well, let's see what Dota Plus has to say. Win probability.
Oh, 97.
Still not 100%. I'm disappointed.
I mean, no game is unthrowable, right? That's what I always say.
I mean, anything can happen. It is Dota after all. Maybe you get one super lucky hammer, but even then, Kodos is just so far behind.
So, Roshan perhaps also on the menu. Don't have the best Roshan lineup though, so NaVi might just ignore it. Don't really need it necessarily to play the way that they've been playing thus far, which is just jump in, get a quick pick off before Empire even ready to react to it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Catapult ready up top, Blizzy taking up the tower for a little bit, Crystallize also coming in to take over.
Yep, and they have Serpent Wards.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Magical, oh, main round on bottom. Yes, BKB is also DD rune bottled. If you don't want to fight now, then I don't know what's going on. But Chu actually TP'd bottom to slow down his push. Now has to rejoin with the rest of his team, so it's gonna take another minute or so until they're ready to go. That's also what the level 12 on the Shadow Shaman. Just build up the spots of a tome.
There's no real way to like, realistically there is no real way back into this game. Bat Rider's just trying to farm his Blink Dagger. But right now, Navi, they have Invis and a double damage on Magical BKB with the Orchid. He can nuke a lot of people down. There's just no way for this Bat Rider to actually get that Blink anytime soon. It's just 400 gold off.
Yeah.
Maybe King R try to rat, take the tier 1. The last tier 1 tower left?
Top shrine.
Tiny infusion of gold, but I mean, it is very tough to see how they can come back. I mean, it has to involve some sort of mistake, some sort of overextension from NaVi at this point. But even playing it safe here, use the DD to help with Roche. Again, it's not the fastest one in the world, but there's no way that Empire can actually contest this, even in the best of times. They don't have an amazing teamfight lineup around it. Certainly not considering the BKBs or BKB on Magical.
Alright, so now it's crunch time. It's about to see if they can finish out the game. Although, they are looking for a bit of blood. So Neko.
Yep. Alright, no disruptor.
Mistakes were made.
25
seconds, here we go.
It's fine, just wanted to bait out the Omni Slash. He's gonna be back up, and the Omni Slash will still be in cooldown for 100 seconds, and Dream? Okay, silenced up. Too far away for Magical.
This is one of those games, isn't it, where you're like, well, one of those decisions where you're like, okay, guys, no Omni Slash. Let's hope you can win the next fight.
So spam space created on a chat wheel. You know? Yeah, for now, they're setting up inside the Dire jungle. All under vision, though, so NaVi don't have a way to get rid of this Observer Ward by the looks of it. Shadow Shaman too greedy, doesn't want to buy wards.
What awards? I think you don't need them at this point. I mean, here's the pause 4. The pause 5 is Soneko, who is waddling back.
Well, he's ignoring the Arcane Rune, though. Or maybe he's just pinged it out for Magical. Yeah, that would be helpful, you know. Low cooldown BKB, low cooldown Sonic Wave. No rocket or anything. He's gonna pick that up for himself.
Wow, they just smoked up in front of the creep wave. That's just them. that's an ultimate challenge. That has to be the challenge.
It's like, hey guys, I gotta get an assist after smoking. You know, that's what that was. Glyph used very early on. Stopping wards are down. It's gonna be up to Team Empire to try and find some sort of angle into this, but having issues dealing with the illusions even. Man has maybe one more Firestorm enemy. He does have 20 stick charges to work with. Also, of course, make his way back home.
Some of these players, like one of them has secretly on the Russian stream, and someone on the Russian stream was like, guys, they need to smoke into the base so they can finish the game, and that's what NaVi did. Exactly what they did. Sire has the Blink Dagger, but the illusions are chasing him back. Glimpse.
Goes back into Static Storm here. Dream in front. Not really doing all that much. The boat comes through. Does connect on Scythe in the edge and Crystallizer. Just sends a few illusions. Magical. Nice little Sonic Wave here, bringing him low. The Healing Ward keeping it up and alive until it gets sniped down. No casualties just yet, but it's only one melee rack standing between NaVi and claiming Mega Creeps. All they committed was a few ultimates.
This is the dream at the moment. NaVi, they're gonna slowly poke away as they chip away at Empire's base. There's not much left. Tiny bits is theirs, but at least they still have a tiny bit of hope left into this game. The Jug, I'm not even sure if the Maelstrom would actually be a game-changing item, but it is some wave clear. Maybe helps a bit with the Omni Slash, I guess. But this small gank, they need this to work out. They have the Lasso and the Firefly.
Can catch Crystallize, try and burst him down with the Omni Slash. Top of that controls would be big, but no, Crystallize only gets the off. The Omni Slash comes through. Both the Lasso is transferred over between Blizzy and Crystallize. Both of them pretty damn tanky. It's over on the illusions, even Dream. Okay, he can spin, but the OD cannot. Chu kind of low. King R trying to finish him off. Chu with a BKB to try and keep himself alive. But a GG is called. Dream with quit. The old RQ, to reconnect. Anyway, GG. Well played indeed, NaVi. Completely different game style compared to game number 1 that executed it perfectly. Win the lanes, win the game.
Well played to NaVi. Now that was the game plan they needed to make. Magical actually able to. I mean, credit to him. He shredded that lane. All those rotations around was so good. Looks like it's basically the battle of the mid laners at this point between Magical and Kodos. Like Kodos, bad lane, couldn't have any impact being an OD. It's not easy. And it's not like they could even take towers with the Nature's Prophet at all. I mean, Underlorders just shut down so hard. I didn't even know they had an Underlord into this game. Look at all those Dark Rifts. Do you see any good ones? I didn't see any.
Well, anytime he tried, he just instantly died because he was not tanky at all. He didn't quite have the items
This
to
is
allow him
like
to survive.
some meme level play, like Disrupted Glimpse and Andy X Mark. Hard to be a bad rider. I mean, it's no wonder they let it through. They even were like, okay, fine, you want to pick the Nyx? Go ahead with the Nyx.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is a strat that Empire likes to go for. Bad Rider and Nature's Prophet as supports, both of them in there. They have the uses, but on paper they're a little bit greedy. They can only do so much to help out these lanes, especially Nature's Prophet, if you have the right composition up against it, you know? If you have a way to deal with lane palm.
Yeah, so something tells me they're actually going to be opting to go back into the perhaps your lifesteal spirit combo, which Empire is more comfortable on, something which actually they have high win rates on. So I mean, there's only one way to find out. That's game 3.
Yeah, they'll be coming up soon, so stay tuned.